This might be one of my favorite looks ever, Ernesto. Absolutely stunning. Y'all wanted to see it, and I'm grateful that you wanted to see it. Let's get started. I stopped everything to film this, my friends. It's just too good. Ernesto is just so magical. So I'm going to start with some clean canvas. I'm using the shade Fair, and we're going to use a much lighter base with this. I don't have a white base with me, or I would even be putting white base here, because we really want to emphasize that brightness of the white. So let me get this going. I really want to enhance my bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and place this lighter base out here. We might have to come back later and touch it up, but let's just go ahead and get our shape started. That contrast between the very light base and then the darker bronzer in a second, it's going to help this really pop. So everything from about here over is going to be very, very light, very, very white. So I'm just going to go ahead and start to mix these two cream bronzer shades, and I'm just going to stamp this on. We'll come back to this. I'm just kind of reminding myself to put bronzer here later. I know. I need reminders. I get carried away. But this looks about right. We're going to put some powder bronzer on too, just to kind of set it. Fluff your brush, because we just want a really light set. We don't want it to get too wild. And then this is the powder bronzer that I'm going to use in a minute. And we'll just go ahead and set all of this. Remember, we don't want that bronzer to come over too far. So just some light taps. And I do find it's easier to start with your darker shade. That way you can just kind of really lay the white on top of the bronzer in a minute. It's a lot easier to come back in and reshape with our highlight, and the white is the highlight. I'm just going to smooth out that eyeshadow base, even kind of tidy up over there. Take that bronzer and maybe clean it up. And we're almost ready for our you know I struggle with my R's. We are ready for our white eyeshadow. I'm out of town right now, and I didn't have a white eyeshadow with me. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have known better. Although now I do have these two shades to do the next Zendaya look. But Ben went and found us this palette. This white looks really nice. I'm going to start with a small brush. That way I can really concentrate the white. Just do some pressing motions. If you're not really able to build up your shadows, try pressing motions. I used to think that it was the eyeshadow. It was me. And then I need to go check the shape one more time, but I think it comes up pretty high. Before I bring it up any higher, let me go look. But you can already see our shape coming to life here. I feel like there's just the tiniest wing, so I'm just going to take a little bit of a pencil gel liner and an E26. Try to keep it really close to the lash line and just extend it. Soften it. I don't imagine it's a harsh wing. Before I get mascara on, this brush is coming soon, my friends. I'm just going to take that gel liner, and I'm really going to push it into the lash line. It's going to really help control it. And then I'm even going to go underneath, because Zendaya's lash line looks so nice and tight line. So this should do the trick. I'm going not on the actual, my skin part there, I'm going into the lashes. Now he sent me the beautiful lash recipe, and I believe he posted it on his story, but I wasn't able to get by Lashify, so I'm just going to use these. Do forgive me, friends. I am traveling and I still have all of my meetings, but these are pretty spiky. I am going to wait for them to dry and kind of turn them down a little bit more. I'll show you. So while the lash glue is drying, I'm taking this brush again and a little bit of my mascara, and I'm just kind of pushing that over the lash glue. There were some blue sparkles. We don't know where that came from. Yes, we do. I'm the color gremlin. And I don't like to put a wand directly into a falsie, but I find that this brush can just keep with the shape, and then it really blends it into my natural lashes a little bit better. And then this is what I was talking about. As it's drying, I'm pushing it down. That way they're not sitting up super, super high. They're kind of just a little bit more flat and flush. Okay, so I can't finish this way, and then I can't finish. There's a little bit of a contour shape. It's a little warm, but I'm gonna call it a contour through here, but I can't get that on until we get our complexion on. So let's figure that out. It's definitely not a super full coverage look, so I think we'll be good with this. I'm definitely going to avoid here and here because I'm gonna go in with a much lighter concealer, and I might actually be using clean canvas because it's more of, there's more eyeshadow work here is what I'm trying to say, and here. So if you're wanting to kind of go out of the normal boundaries, it really helps to use eyeshadow primer instead of concealer there. It's just going to really enhance it. So I'm just gonna put the foundation where I'm really not gonna put the eyeshadow base. So I do have my pink corrector from Natasha Denona, so I'm going to mix these two. This actually has quite a white base, so this one should help brighten. I think I'll just brighten up the entire center of my face. I might only use clean canvas through this outer part and a little bit of this concealer, shade R5, the one that I always use, but this pink is going to lighten it. Everything is very much bright through the center, so I think this is going to work out perfectly. I might want some more of that clean canvas, we'll see. No, I think I do. I think I just want it out this way though. I think I'm going to be able to layer this up. The white eyeshadow is what I'm saying, on top of that, and it's gonna look great. But I might use a puff. Now let's finish off our blend with clean canvas. The reason I wanted to mix it with the other two a little bit is it's a little yellow, so I think that this should help. It's almost a highlight out here for sure, and then a highlight in here. Now we can finish our bronzer. I'm actually just gonna go in this. See how this one's a little bit more red? I'm just gonna do the more golden one. And then it looks like it connects here, which kind of frames. See, it's starting to frame the white. This look is very much about framing the white, which makes it pop because there's such a contrast. I love makeup. And it doesn't have to be very intense. I don't do a lot of nose contouring, but if you like nose contouring, this brush. Now I'm taking the more golden shade. I'm just gonna stamp it over this way. Definitely at an angle. Essentially think that when you're placing it. I feel like I'm going to be able to get the brightness that I want just with my Givenchy powder out this way for sure, and underneath my eye. But don't worry, we're gonna use a puff and that white shadow. Oh yes. It's such a very angelic glow look, and I think that's why it's resonating so much with all of us. It's just so bright without shimmer. And I'm gonna set the center with my pressed Givenchy like always. Very satisfying. Still haven't set over here, remember that, friends. Now let's go ahead and finish bronzing. I'm just gonna use the powder bronzer. I still haven't set through here. We'll get to that in just a second. I will warm up my nose a little bit. Now we'll take our puff and our white eyeshadow, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish setting through here. That's fun. And then I'm just gonna keep building it up until it's almost neon. When you're working with white and you don't have a white base, it really does help to take your time and build the heck out of it, my friends. because we can always take a fluffier brush and soften the edges, but to get it really bright and neon, it has to be layered. It must. And then if you still need to reshape a little bit more, I would recommend a dense brush and then pack that back through here to carve out what we did to our nose. Yes. Soften. I don't think she has anything underneath here. And I find that anytime I see celebrity makeup, it looks kind of melted in with the undertone that the client is. So what I'm gonna do is take my powder foundation. I'm a Whisper. We love the C44. This is one of the reasons I wanted to do the C44. I'm just gonna go ever so lightly. See how I'm not really disturbing anything, but I'm just gonna take it through here. Just melt my undertone back in with a little bit of powder foundation. Just a whisper, my friends. Now you know what I got? I do have this. I always keep this in my bag right now. It is essentially a very, very super diluted version of a peach. And right now with my summer tan, wear your SPF, but my summer tan, it is very much a highlight on me, and it's very, very blurring. I'm trying to show you kind of that texture. See that? It's really good. This has been staying in my travel bag. So we'll use this one. This is Shade. I'm not a prude. I literally have babies that watch me. I will just label it or have it in the caption. But this one is Shade Gina, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this one, and then that one is gonna go right above the bronzer. More out here, less this way, more this way. Ben has a good eye. He picked this up too. This is a NYX brightening powder. Let's see what happens if we just kind of take that right underneath. I have it, I want to use it. Nice. Now the lips look very transparent, and I like that. So I'm going to do this beige lip liner. I feel like I need something a little bit more orange, but Zendaya has a different undertone than me. I'm gonna stick with this one. And by the way, this is called Perfect Beige from Sephora collection. No, that looks good. It looks good. This is the closest thing I have with me, but I think if I apply it really, really lightly, you can see how shiny it is. I think I'm gonna be able to get away with this. This is one of the House Labs lipsticks, the ones that don't move whatsoever. But I'm just trying to apply it very, very sheer. And I feel like that's Zendaya's natural lip color peeking through. It's just really, really glossy. Now, even though the lashes have dried down quite a bit, they're still a little bit malleable. So remember what I was saying earlier? Hey, juice finder, keep it down over there.
Would you like some?
Yes, please. Last step. I was nervous that I didn't have everything. I honestly will break out in hives if you look at me wrong. No, for sure if you look at me wrong. But I'm gonna put a little bit of my green corrector on the hives that are breaking out. And that should take down that redness a little bit. Using a dense brush because I want it to have just a little bit more pigment. All right, my friends, let's check our work. I'll take it since I'm not home. This is just such a beautiful look. She is lovely. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I love everything about it. So many of us did. Ernesto is absolutely wonderful. He's one of my favorite artists, and I want to make sure that you're following him. I'm sure most of you are, but just in case. So thank you for asking me to do this. It means so much that you all want to see my techniques with a look. So it means so much when you tag me. Thank you. I love you. Until the next video, bye for now.
Have you talked to Ryan?